Next one on the list is business. There once was a soldier coming home from a great war, and he had very little about his person, just his old raggedy uniform, and he was looking for a hot meal. And when he came through a small village, he knocked on the door of the first house that he came to, and he asked if they had just a scrap of food that they could share with a soldier who had served his country valiantly. And the woman in that house said, "I have no food. I have none at all," and closed the door in his face. And so then he went to another house, and he knocked on the door, and he asked for a scrap of food. The little kid came to the door and said, "Want food?" "We don't have any food." Peanut butter and jelly all over his face. And closed the door. He went to a third house. The people said, "We don't have enough for ourselves, hardly any to share with you," and closed the door again. And so the soldier went to the town square, and he gathered sticks and he built a fire. He placed a pot on top of the fire. He had poured some water from the nearby well into that pot, and then he fished out of his pocket a stone, and he put the stone into the water, and he took out another stick and started to stir that stone round and round. People were watching from their windows to see what the stranger was up to. A little while, the first woman that he met came out and she said, "What are you doing?" He said, "Oh, I'm cooking stone soup. Have you ever had stone soup?" "No, never heard of such a thing in all my life." "Oh, it's excellent. But it would even be better if I had some carrots to put into it." "I have carrots. I'll be right back." And she went off to fetch some carrots. The little kid with peanut butter and jelly all over his face came out and he said, "What you got?" He said, "I'm making stone soup." "Stone soup? Ew, that's awful." He says, "Better than broccoli. And if I had a little meat, it would be better yet." He said, "Oh, I've got some meat at my house. I'll go get it." He said, "Wash your hands first." And he ran off to get the meat. Soon, everybody was coming to the middle of the town square to see what this man was cooking. And he would tell them the same thing. "Stone soup, it would be better if I had a turnip. It would be better if I had some salt. It would be better if I had some spices." And pretty soon, everybody in the village had contributed what they could share into this pot. And now there was a wonderful feast, not only for the soldier, but for everybody around. After everyone had eaten the soup, he emptied out the pot and scoured it. He put the stone back into his pocket and started off down the road. And someone was dispatched to bring the soldier back. And he was asked, "Could we buy your magic stone?" And he said, "The magic is not in the stone. The magic is in the sharing." And he gave the stone to the person who had asked to buy it and continued on his journey. This is business for the Chamber of Commerce. The Chamber of Commerce will provide you a pot and a rock, and then invite you to contribute what you can, so that working together we can grow a stronger business community. On the business page, this is like our pot, and in this pot you'll see all the businesses listed that make up the Chamber of Commerce, which is growing by leaps and bounds. There was a membership drive, was that 2 years ago?
2 years ago.
And the Chamber doubled its membership. So yay, Chamber. They do an excellent job at stirring that pot.